Are you ready to get into this? I might have to drink another Red Bull, brother. I don't know. This Dynamite, brother.
Ugh.
Shout out our
It's WCW.
before we get into this. Russ Paxton, Reggie Rodriguez, and Ashley.
Ugh.
Patreon.com/pro wrestle times, because we might die. I might die of a fucking heart palpitation in the middle of this. Hairline, if I just freeze, it's not the connection, bro. I might have just dropped fucking dead from the cringe.
I get it.
And the level of fucking whatever this Dynamite was last night, brother. Let's get into it. Where was this Dynamite emanating from, Hairline?
Nashville, Tennessee, daddy.
Nashville, Tennessee, daddy. And that's why Jeff Jarrett got a place on the card and some shit for some reason that we're going to get into that was way
No, he didn't get... It was more than a spot.
Yeah, dude.
What was that?
Dude, we're going to get into all of this, man. Really quickly though, I'm just going to pull up the results on their site while I use my notes. And this was also Fight for the Fallen, it should be noted. So they gave all of their money that they earned, I think it was like $100,000, to the people in Maui, and shout out Maui, praying for all you MFs. There's like, dude, people are evacuating. You're in America, bro. You should know this. There's people evacuating. There's like crazy fires, devastating floods, and all this shit.
That's pretty cool, Tony Khan.
Oh yeah, shout them out, and shout out Tony Khan. It was great, and shout out Fight for the Fallen, AEW, and all that. We're not saying any
Tony Khan.
Anytime someone's going to raise money to help those in need, we are going to support that fully. Absolutely. Even though this was the worst fucking Dynamite in human history, I guess Tony can be like, it was for a good cause though. And I guess that I guess okay. But this is some shit right here. So anywho, we're in Tennessee and we kick things off with an international championship match. Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta, and I wrote in my notes, who gives a shit? Let's move on. What did you...
I skipped it.
Yes. So now, while this match is going on, so I did watch it, but I was just like, okay. So Orange,
who gives a shit?
Like if these two guys were in like a junior heavyweight division or something, great. But like, you need
the X division,
dude. You have an international championship. You had the opportunity to make that your intercontinental title, motherfucker. And people go, well, the honky tonk man. But like, no, that was like the worst era. People go, that was the worst era of the IC belt almost ever, next to like, sort of a decade ago where it just sort of floated around. So you had a chance to make your IC belt your secondary title mean something in your company, and instead it's on Orange Cassidy and he's just fighting random guys and with matches that just like, who gives a fuck? Two dudes like Yuta is just not, I don't know what it is about him. He just needs to be like,
he's a rising star.
It needs to be like for the cruiserweight belt, and then I'll go, okay, and like, sorry, I'm an MMA mark, I believe in weight divisions don't work in wrestling. All you guys love New Japan, and they do it in New Japan all the time. You don't need a weight division every 10 pounds, but if you just have like a 215 and under and 215 and above, boom. And then you can change your style as you get a little older and put on more weight and shit. That sort of thing, man. It's just psychology, bro. That's all. Weight does work. Divisions work, bro. Divisions work for a reason. Anyways, I don't give a fuck about this match. Taz didn't give a fuck about this match either. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Homeboy hit a paradigm shift, and he was looking right at Moxley. And then Orange Punch, Orange Crush, whatever the fuck his stupid moves are, he hit dumb shit. And then the BCC jump in, they swarm Cassidy. Best friends come in, and then Trent and Chuck Taylor sprint to the ring. So you're so happy that you skipped this shit. So Trent and Chuck come out. They all start brawling. The Lucha Bros come down with Alex Abrahantes. They start doing their kicks in their spots. And me too. I love the Lucha Bros. And especially Ray Phoenix.
Not say it right.
And then Claudio and Moxley grab chairs, and then they glom Phoenix and Pentagon.
Thank you.
And then
thank you.
And then Eddie Kingston's music hits out of nowhere.
Oh god.
Eddie Kingston comes down and he starts fighting. And he's on the side of fucking the Lucha Bros and shit. And he grabs a mic and he's like, hey, guess what? Wembley Stadium boys, all in, us against you. And then this is what he does, Hairline. Stadium Stampede match. And then this is what it is, too.
Oh, no.
It's the Luchas, the Best Friends, Kingston against the Bumbaclot Club, and then 3 people that they have to find. So it's the Bumbaclot Club and then 3 partners.
Who do you think that will be?
I don't know, but like if they didn't injure Danielson and if fucking wrestling a dumb match, and then if they just added Takeshita and Pac to the BCC like they should have, then they would have the team right there.
They're not going to wrestle the Lucha Bros.
But here's the other thing. At this Wembley show, we have the Best Friends. At Wembley, they're going to do Stadium Stampede with the Best Friends, the Lucha Bros, and fucking whoever the fuck. Okay? And Eddie Kingston. And then listen to me. Here's the thing, though. A month ago, they just did Anarchy in the Arena. It's like John Moxley's going, bro. BCC, I have an idea. BCC will do Anarchy in the Arena. It'll be cool. And every week he says cool. He's doing our joke about him on the show every week now.
Hey, shout out to Max for listening, Doug.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Mox. So Mox is like, dude, we're gonna do Anarchy in the Arena. It'll be cool. And then he goes, I know. We'll do Blood and Guts 3 weeks later. It'll be cool. And then he's like, I know. A month later at Wembley, we'll do Stadium Stampede. It'll be cool. It's just like, dude, there's no storyline. It's just BCC just beats people up.
Cool,
and then they find 1 or 2 random people to temporarily join them. And then they just fight in a fucking goofy ass gimmick match. And it's so Moxley can stab
pretty
people.
Much over and over. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, what the fuck, man? This is craziness. This is crazy. And then to make a Stadium Stampede a week before or whatever, like they'll be like, no, on Rampage, they brawled. This isn't how you promote people. It's not like, well, if you watch all of this content, like it's not how you get them to watch all of your content, is just doing this thing where like you expect people to just like it because it's crazy.
Well, it's like I told you, man.
This is a mess.
I had to start watching everything because I felt like I was missing key shit, because that is how he thinks. He makes this shit strictly for the neckbeards that watch everything.
Yeah, dude. And AEW is just always like, here's a random guy to join this team. And then and then this team needs to find 4 opponents, 4 fucking teammates to join this already faction that we already made and could have expanded. And like Jericho, we're gonna get into all that with the Callis family. It's like, bro, no, we're gonna get into all that. Sorry, I'm not gonna jump.
I can't wait to talk about Jericho.
Yeah. Okay. So up next,
let's talk about Jericho.
We have Jim Ross.
Just skip it.
And he has an interview with Kenny Omega. And they're sitting in some arena of some sort. I don't know where the fuck they are. Looks like a stage or something.
Sure as fuck wasn't CM Punk. It wasn't where CM Punk was.
And so,
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, Jim. So Jim Ross is interviewing Omega, and I was like, cool. I was into this, bro. So this is my notes. I'm just gonna read my notes. Omega is being interviewed by JR. It's starting so great. I'm super into it. All of a sudden, BC Gold attacked Kenny, and then Takeshita, like just out of nowhere. And then,
so dumb.
And then Takeshita and Callis show up. And I go, so let me get this straight. BC Gold created their own faction so that they could team with the Callis family faction that only has 2 people in it, who only has 1 wrestler in it. And then I wrote, why not just have Takeshita join BC Gold or the BCC or have the Guns help with this attack? And I wrote, we're seriously just going to get Kenny and Takeshita at Wembley. That's a Wembley level match. And then I wrote, let's say Jay White is involved somehow. It's so late in the game to do White versus Kenny, to set all that up just a week before. And I wrote, the beatdown was good though, other than like Jim Ross, like standing there watching. And the look on his face is like, what the fuck?
It was good.
And then like, I don't know, man. It's just such convoluted. It's like, why is Callis and Takeshita there? But then all of a sudden, they're doing the Jericho shit later. Why are these? Why did the BC Gold make their own faction just so they could do a faction with another faction that's not even a faction.
Just for
It's
one night.
a wrestler and a
That'd be
manager.
great.
Is because like what? It just makes no fucking sense. Sorry, I'm just gonna go cross-eyed talking about it. Hairline, your thoughts on this, and then I'm gonna touch on the next thing, which pissed me the fuck off. Which adds on to this. It pissed me the fuck off. Sorry, Hairline, your thoughts on this beatdown, and then let's get into Hangman shit.
It was okay. The Kenny shit was fucking goofy, bro. What I liked is when Don walked up and he was all like, "What is this?" He was like some kind of special. He was all like, "Kenny's got so many insecurities. It would take like 3 hours to fucking film all this 3 hour special." And Kenny was just like, "Oh," he was so offended by that shit. Started taking off the mic and shit. Huge pop. But yeah, man, what the fuck did the Bullet Club have to do with anything?
Dude, just randomly they're
Other
like,
than,
well,
"Oh, yeah, so we'll get him in here."
they're like, well, Elite, we have beef with you because the Guns are gonna fight you on Dynamite, and so we're gonna just jump Kenny in a line with the Callis family, but the Callis family's him managing Takeshita. So why would they align with them for a random one thing? Why don't you just have Pac and Takeshita join the BCC, the Bumbleclaw Club, and then you just have Callis and Takeshita doing all this or whatever? Like, there's just no rhyme or reason. And then people go, because they did the curtain call and they ended their feud. And shut up, Jesus. It's just so bad. And here's the problem with commentary. And you could just tell Taz was fed up with this.
You better stop.
Taz was fed up. If this was in the Attitude Era, if this was Jim Ross and a beatdown like that was going on, the commentary would be like, "Oh my god, like someone get like da 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 da." The fucking commentary were just like, "Oh, and they're just like watching and oh, what?" Like, I don't know. They either just don't care. I don't know. Excalibur's the only one in it, and Shivani and Taz are just there for money. Anyways, though, your last thoughts on the Kenny beatdown? Any last thoughts? I just want to get into this Hangman part right here.
Tony is definitely hanging out, and then Taz is just making sure his son doesn't get fucked.
Yeah,
Excalibur is definitely the only one that cares.
Right. This was the segment that CM Punk was like, nah, you're not coming to the building and fucking recording this, right? They had to film it, I guess, in some other parking garage or something. But immediately following the beatdown, we get into a Hangman Page segment. So the way it was presented on TV was Kenny Omega gets beat down, but it happened earlier in the day, and they're airing it on TV for everyone to see. And then they go, but now we're live with Hangman Page, who's backstage, who has something to say. So immediately after Kenny Omega is brutally beat down and choked and killed by 4 guys, it cuts to Hangman Page. He's backstage and he's live reacting to it the way we are at home. He's supposed to be. And he's standing in front of an ambulance and he's sipping his beer and he starts chuckling and going, well, if it's going to be a beatdown, golly gee, it should be a 4-on-3 or 2-on. It should leave him not breathing. And he's in front of an ambulance, he's giggling like fucking Goofy from the fucking Goof Troop. And his friend just got slaughtered by 4 guys in front of Jim Ross. And this is so fake and fucking phony. And Hangman needs to be serious, or he needs to get with like a hot cowgirl mouthpiece or something, because this is just cheesy, fucking fake, phony, dumb fuck. Like, who fucking said this was? Oh, yeah, laugh. Yeah, make sure you're laughing when the promo starts. And this was a pre-tape. So I was trying to save it there, but yes, this was the pre-tape that Punk didn't let him do a collision. So they did it. They didn't do it live. This is a pre-tape, and nobody there went. Chris Daniels wasn't going, no, don't laugh, bro. Who the fuck's back there, dude? It's just no one's taking this shit serious, man, and it really fucking frustrates me. At least in WWE, yes, is Otis and Gable goofballs, yeah, but at least is Roman super serious? Is like Rhea super serious? Is Damian Priest super serious? Is Cody super serious? Is Seth even? Is he serious? Yes, he's fucking serious, bro. He's just like, he's like the Joker in Michael Keaton Batman, bro. He's like Jack Nicholson. He is serious. He's just kind of crazy. Yeah, anyways. I mean, that was just utter. That literally made me want to put my fist through the fucking screen. This Hangman shit, bro.
One last thing.
Yes.
Can we talk about the guy that walked up The guy that walked up and told him he can't be drinking that beer. Do you recall?
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god.
that's
Ugh.
that's the medical guy with his lanyard.
Uh, this
Uh,
was all
I thought
ass.
he stopped drinking for Christ or whatever.
Bro, there's no the characters don't matter. What is
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm
AEW's like
sorry.
a whose line is it anyways? Everything's made up and the point on the spot and the points don't fucking matter.
Uh,
um so up next, we have
yes.
oh man.
Fuck yeah. What? Why is it automatically negative when we get to the best part of the fucking show? I don't know, man.
Dude, Don Callis is the okay. I'm gonna break this whole thing down. So I have notes on this, right?
That's pretty good.
Brother. Okay, you give me your thoughts on this first, because I'm gonna bury the fuck out of this. So you tell me what you think about this first.
Well, first off, AEW's out of control when Judas is getting skipped, when it's not being played on television.
No,
That's how we've hit level
because they're not
WCW.
singing it the way they are. They're not cheering for the Bucks the way that they want them to. They're not popping for when Yuta comes out. He gets an anti-reaction. You can hear people's voices retract somehow. Fucking the echoes come back in the arena when the motherfucker comes in the building. You know what I mean? Like no one gives a fuck. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say we should make like so like like the terror levels, like the terrorist threats, like fucking
Oh my.
green, orange, yellow, red. We should make
Yes, so
that,
I'm from Canada, bro. Terror shit doesn't happen here.
but you know what I'm referring to, correct?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay, we should make like levels of becoming WCW. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get, dude. We're not even listen. We're not even at peak. This show officially hit
What do
Vince
you mean?
Russo WCW 2000 level, but
Okay, cool.
this
That's what I'm
was
saying. We're in red.
I don't know. This is all caca, but we're about to get into the WCW level shit. No, to me, this was like orange, like tilting orange, and then the Texas Chainsaw shit just put us in nuclear fucking overload, hide under the desks. But anyways, go ahead. Tell me your thoughts on this Jericho shit, because I'm gonna go off on this. So because I know you're gonna suck Jericho's dick here. So let's hear it first.
Wow. I don't know. Maybe I just feel for the guy. He just lost his fucking
I love him too, dude,
his
but there's just
Thank
egos are
you.
running out of control there, dude, and there's nobody being real. People are just marking Tony in for money, bro.
And the least ego out of control is Chris Jericho.
That's not true
Okay,
at all. Go ahead with this.
can we just be realistic?
He called
I'm
Punk a
trying
cancer,
to.
bro. He called Punk a cancer. You just went off the other day about Punk did their biggest house, and these guys are crying about it. Jericho's one of the guys crying, going,
Jericho doesn't care.
Go ahead. I want to hear your shit because I'll need to rip this up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
That was fucking bullshit. The painting was bullshit, dog. That's all I have to say. Who would pay for that? I don't know. That really fucking crossed the line with me.
Hairline, always in kayfabe.
I don't know, man. So my favorite commentary line is Jericho goes, 3 years ago, Callis, you weren't even in the wrestling business and nobody cared about you. And then Taz goes, yeah, that's true. Huge pop on that. Yeah, for sure, bro. Oh, God. So fucking the whole Will Ospreay thing, it's like, see what fucking, okay, you supply Will Ospreay with some security guards. It's, I guess, out the road. You know what I'm saying? And most of all, dog, I just want to say shout out to Sammy for coming down there and saving Jericho, man. That was the right thing to do. He came down with Lucille.
You're really
fucking.
you're really not gonna address. What? You're really not gonna address any of this, are you? This motherfucker.
You said you're going to.
You're motherfucking. This motherfucker's so goddamn biased. If anyone else did this, if anyone else, if this was like Swerve and Nana in this section, you'd be like, "Oh, slap it, dies, fuck it, oh, this is stupid." If this is anyone else involved in this level of Vince Russo level asshole, Dixie Carter level garbage fucking nonsense that I'm about to tear up.
Well, first of all, I just don't get what you're getting at about me not pointing things out. I pointed out the worst part, the Jericho decapitated painting. That was atrocious.
Okay.
All right,
so
your thoughts.
I wrote, this Jericho shit is so fucking cringe. Why the fuck would Don Callis bring that picture if there was one iota of a chance that Chris Jericho could have said yes? The neckbeards will say, but Don Callis acted surprised. But what would he do? No, but why would he do something like out of a fucking cartoon and bring a beat? Oh, yeah, I'm saying, no, let's just get out of here and forget this painting, like a fucking Nickelodeon at night cartoon, like some goofy fucking like Family Guy. Okay. And then, like, why would he just do that, period? What would have made this way better is if, like, I swear to God, Jericho just saw what MJF and Adam Cole were doing and we're like, no, I need my best friend angle. I'm a best friend with Don, and he will betray me. It'll be Edge. Because, like, dude, all they had to do was Jericho says yes to join the crew. And then, do you know how you get more sympathy on Jericho and more heat on Callis? And then you still keep the JAS broken up, but Sammy still has his back. So you keep Jericho kind of baby face heelish. Right here. You have Jericho say yes. And then Callis goes, oh, great. Here's my new gift. And we're expecting like them all oiled up, or like a crazy painting, right? And then it's the beheading painting. And then Takeshita just jumps Jericho, and then they beat him down anyways. And they're like, no, fuck you. And then Osprey's there, and he's like, no, fuck you. We don't like any of you. We're taking over AEW. The family's expanding without you, Jericho. Fuck you. Right? Nope, that would have been a million times better. It would have been a million times more logical. If you want to make Jericho versus Osprey, have this angle happen last week, and then this week have Jericho go, you know what, Osprey? Or maybe they'll still do it leading up, but he's got to be like, dude, you were jerking off on Canadian fans at the fucking Forbidden Door show in Toronto. I'm going to fuck you. I'm standing up for Canada. Callis, you're a backstabbing prick. Fuck you, Osprey. Yeah, I got heat with you for bullshitting on Canada, right? That's all I'm saying, dude. There's so many ways to do this, and instead they just do like, oh, let me look at the painting. No, don't look at it. Like a sketch on fucking Kids in the Hall. Like, this is just, it's goofy. This is goofy, bad acting, garbage, gaga. And I wrote, fuck this show.
I love Kids in the Hall.
Me too, dude. Shout out Canada. But it's, I love Kids in the Hall when I'm watching Kids in the Hall. Up next. Correct. Oh, yeah, and sorry, Guevara runs out, makes the save.
Yeah, thank you.
Who gives a shit? He got the biggest pop he's gotten his whole career.
What do you mean?
But it's garbage.
I care.
For the 400 people who care about that shit.
I don't matter. None of us matter.
No, you matter to me, bro, but those weirdos you associate with? No, just kidding. No, Jericho just needs to get fucking serious, man. If I'm him, I break off from everyone. I get Big Show as my heater, and I just retire. I just do some Jericho shit and retire. Yeah, because Big Show is notably, Jericho notes him as like one of, if not his number one favorite tag team partner of all time.
No, I know.
So
I'm just saying,
right. Like, so imagine an angle where they do Jericho one last run, Guevara, and then he knocks Guevara out, and it's like a big, or just go full babyface. Like, I don't get it all, man. I don't get it all, man. It's like
you're not cool.
Yeah, right. Anyway, so Jack Perry says next week on Dynamite he's going to retire the FTW championship. I wrote thank fuck. Up next, Darby Allin and Nick Wayne take on the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toa Leona. Now, I botched this motherfucker's name when we talked about Swerve's faction before. This guy, Toa Leona. If the faction was Toa Leona, Swerve, AR Fox, and Powerhouse Hobbs, and Prince Nana, I think you got money right there. If they need to bring Bishop Khan into that, sure. But Brian Cage needs to be doing his own shit with someone else managing him. Get him a hot girl, dude. We need more hot girl valets, you know? I like this Harley Cameron chick. She's getting over with me. But anyways, so the Gates of Agony versus Darby and Nick. So the match starts out, Swerve and then AR Fox walk onto the ramp with chairs. This match was, it was what it was, bro. Basically what happens is Sting appears on the screen, right? And then he's got Prince Nana hostage doing the Heath Ledger TNA Joker Sting. People aren't realizing that last week Sting had the fucking Joker paint already. He had it on his lips. If you just pay attention last week.
Yeah. Well, that's because none of these guys watched Impact. We're just marks.
Right. And so this week they're like, oh, he brought back Joker Sting. Well, technically he did last week because he had the Joker paint on his lips. Like I saw it.
So, dummies.
Yeah. So dummies. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, me too.
Yeah. Like, so this week he's just continuing it. All right. And I'm okay if they bring back Joker Sting. Honestly, I like Joker Sting. I never hated on it. All the fucking marks were like, it was cringe.
Great.
But then now, no. Well, in
Why?
TNA, they were like, it's cringe. This is goofy. Now they're like, it's great. Tony Khan, AEW. Yeah, this is awesome. But anyways, I'm not mad at this shit at all. I just wrote in my note, Joker Sting. I don't know why everyone's so mad. It's whatever. I liked it. His promo was good. I'm like, damn, if there was more compelling shit. He was just holding Nana hostage. He lets Nana run away. It is what it is. I mean, it's not like this angle's super compelling, but like, I don't know, man. If Sting's gonna come back, I just hope they don't have him like dive off of shit at Wembley. You know they're going to. I just pray he's okay. And yeah, I don't know. Shout out Swerve and Sting. That's all I gotta say about what your thoughts on all this.
I skipped this match.
Okay. So the next segment was MJF and Adam Cole, baby, and they play this. There's like another one of these vignettes of them hanging out, broing down, brochachos. They start tearing it up backstage. They're doing this crocodile hunter shit. They set up a pool. They're double clotheslining people. The marks on Twitter, on X, are like, MJF is get kangaroo kick over. He's so epic. Kangaroo kick's not over yet until like if we see a few buildings start chanting that shit. Okay, I don't know. It to me,
it'll be over. Bud.
He's getting overboard cringe. No, I think he's pushing it now to where it's like that Joe Rogan joke from his stand-up bit like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. He's like, the guy, there's always someone standing in the back of the room going, I think we can go dumber. And that's what MJF's doing. He's like giving little man babies things to fucking chant and cheer at, dude. It's fucking weird to me. It's getting to like, all right, kangaroo kick. You're
That's
just
what
like
AEW is.
You're just insulting my intelligence to like a degree. Now I'm souring a bit on MJF. So, anyways,
isn't that weird,
dude? It really got to me. This one really. Now, all of this. No, I just want to surround it by saying all of this was awesome, and the Tony Khan coming out and getting mad, and everyone memeing and going, "Why the fuck can't he do that in real life?" Like it's a joke. Like MJF's like mocking. I don't know. They're like making fun of Tony Khan. Imagine if he really handled his roster like that and yelled at them and were like, get your shit together and fucking figure it out. I wrote the Cole MJF segment was funny as fuck. Tony Khan said our line after he got mad at MJF and Adam Cole. He went, oh yeah, it was great. And he had a fucking soda water in his hand. Did you hear it, Hairline? It popped me, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It fucking popped me, dude.
Tony, thank you for listening
so hard, dude. Shout out Tony Khan, bro. We love you. Bro, give us jobs, bro. We'll shill for you. Just kidding. But we did get a comment under some video last week going like, you fucking WWE shills. Bruh. Holy, I wish I was getting paid to shill for WWE. Bro.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
But anyways, I popped so hard. So after the segment, MJF and Cole pull up. So that's what saved it for me. Was the kangaroo kick, but I was like, after the kangaroo kick, because I knew, I'm like, bro, he's gonna do it in the ring and he's gonna kangaroo kick someone and I'm gonna get really mad. Great. What? Anyways, so they pull up, they get out of the car, they walk off. Roddy walks up in his neck brace all gimped, kicks the rim, hurts his foot. And the Kingdom's like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And I just here's where my notes. So I'm just gonna read it. This stuff is silly, but it's sports entertainment in the best way. On that same note, they just don't need the world title for any of this. I feel like this shouldn't be in the world titles angle with MJF. He should have done this before or after holding the belt. It doesn't need the belt because it's so over. And the champion is supposed to set the precedent of what the company is, right? So, yes, is Otis and Maxine fucking over his shit? Yes. Is this getting great ratings? Yes. Is silly shit in WWE? Do we pop for silly shit? Yes, man. Me and Hairline put some of the silliest shit over. But it's just like MJF is being comedy right now, and WWE's world champion is never doing some comedy shit. So
could we argue CM Punk is the champion?
The real world's champion, yeah. That's a whole new belt, brother.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Shout out O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube son. Yeah. He knows what's up. It's pump time, baby. Clobbering time. Anyways, MJF is being, these are my notes. MJF is being comedy, whereas look at Roman and Seth. Again, I said earlier in the show, Seth is he's like Jack Nicholson, Joe
comedy.
Batman.
Yes.
No, he doesn't do comedy. He doesn't do comedy. He is just
he doesn't
flamboyant, vibrant, dude who's doing Jack Nicholson, Batman, Michael Keaton, bro. Like he's a dangerous threat. He's just a loose
MJF's
cannon
not a
kind
threat.
of, and he just it's not comedy. I don't see it as comedy. Anyways, so I wanted to see when MJF won the title, I wanted to see him just Ric Flairing and weaseling and healing and JBL dirtbag style through a title run for a year or two untouchable, because this stuff is so silly, but he's genius because he knew the crowd was turning to like him. So he is making the marks like a fucking piece of shit because they're going to cheer for him anyways. So he's going to get them under his thumb until he does something so despicable that they'll have to naturally turn on him, as these fickle fans do. And he's genius for this. So I'm not knocking any of this, but I'm like, I just wish the world belt was doing some other shit, man. You could be getting people over. What the fuck? People are carrying around ROH titles. Claudio could be wrestling fucking Joe for the world title or something. I don't know, man. Anyways, MJF's openly mocking the marks, kangaroo kick. He's giving grown man children shit to cheer along with. It's gross, but that's why he's so fucking genius. He's still a heel, but he's over like a baby face until he does something super disgraceful. It just sucks the world title's caught up in this. MJF brings up Cody Rhodes in his promo, and the fans boo Cody. Fuck them. He brings up WWE and doesn't give a fuck. The crowd was stunned, and he put WWE over, and I think the crowd was stunned he would do that because he was putting WWE over. But then it turned into, it was all a dream. I dream, you dream, we all dream for Ice Dream. It's boring and tiresome. I hate all this. I dreamed and wanted to wrestle you, and I love you, and we dreamed about you, and my dreams are dreams. I just want motherfuckers to fight because they're the baddest motherfuckers and want to be the best in the world. This is about, we're bro chachos. And then I do like that MJF was like, yo, but I'm still going to fuck you up, though. Like, don't get it twisted. And then they do their little catchphrases, sports entertainment, WWE shit. And then the Aussie Open guys come and fight them. But then MJF and Cole just beat the fuck out of these guys. So these guys just win this belt. They're supposed to be these champions. They're wrestling on the pre-show. So they're going to job to the fucking world champ and his buddy in the pre-show of the fucking biggest pay-per-view of all time, or so they say. And they're just, you just job them on TV. So these guys are schlubs that they're fighting. What the fuck is going on, bro? I don't know. I'm just hoping they do like a double swerve where like MJF, the Kingdom, side with MJF and fucking beat the shit out of Cole and Roddy. But Cole teased like he was going to super kick MJF. So maybe what we see is MJF side with Roddy and the Kingdom, or I think there's some double swerve. It's going to happen at All In. I think they're going to kill this one early. I think rightfully so, like a righteous knockout, an RKO, if you will, because this shit needs to end. It's getting way too out of hand goofy to where you got to get the world title out of both of these guys' hands. I think fuck both of these guys right now. If they're going to be doing this comedy shit, I don't need the world title involved in any of this personally. It's like a slap in the, look at what Roman's doing. Look at what MJF's doing. What name one serious belt in AEW? Oh, Punk's motherfucker. The fuck, bro. And they put him on the worst show, like the worst time slot show. This is a disgrace to wrestling. Right. It's a disgrace to wrestling fans. MJF's a genius for making this, keeping himself over, and I'm thoroughly entertained with all this. But then when I just see the Triple B, I go, this wasn't what the Triple B was meant for. The Triple B was meant for him to not wrestle a lot, or wrestle a lot if he wants to, but it was meant for MJF to weasel his way out of beating all these up and comers and beating Joe. And then he beats Punk somehow. And we're like, what the fuck? And then he gets Mox, and then he gets Kenny. What the fuck? He beats Penta. And we're going, what the fuck? He's beating all these guys, and he's weaseling every time. And the fans go, it's repetitive. Boo. Because here's the thing, right before MJF started leaning into all the fan service shit he's doing, right before that, the fans were legit turning on him going, MJF's being phobic, and I'm getting kind of sick of the whatever he's doing. They were really starting to really turn on him. And then he leans into this, and I go, why keep them on your side? Just be that piece of shit, bro. Just fucking keep throwing drinks at people and fucking, still is the piece of shit, but he just like, I get it, man. It's popping ratings. I'll never hate on something that's doing that. But it's just, goddamn, man, they're starting to really just get the world title out of this picture, please, man. Like, Kenny could have the world title defending it against someone at this All-In show. Sorry, I've gone on about this. Your thoughts on this, and I don't mean to drag everything into the mud. Go ahead.
So as far as the video package, how fucking unrealistic was that Tony Khan shit? He would never in a million years raise his voice.
That's sort of what made me pop about it, though. Like, I think they did it good. Like, it was filmed well. I don't know how many takes it took them, but this was less cringe than him standing there trying to be a normal guy. Like, he's good at acting. However, he was acting in that skit. I liked it. Even when he's like, oh, no, it's great. Yeah, I'll see you guys. It was so funny when he's like, oh, no, it's great. And then he had a soda water clipboard. Holy shit. You've been watching our videos. Like, Mox is going.
Tony, thanks for listening.
They're all watching our shit. Shout out AEW, bro. We love you, man. I actually love you guys.
Yeah,
I take everything I said back.
Thank you guys for listening. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Hairline. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts, dude.
It's just very unrealistic that Tony Khan would fucking yell at anyone ever. He'll just smoke their dope and then ghost them. It was dope to hear Cody's name. Like you said, fucking Aussie Open got bodied. That's kind of the stupidest shit ever because it's all like, well, the credibility of this match is now gone. No need to tune in. Man, fucking Roddy should just stay home. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro.
I think Kyle O'Reilly's going to come back soon. I think we're going to see a triple swerve where we see Bennett and Taven and MJF versus O'Reilly, Roderick, and Cole.
Roddy, just stay home and heal up, bud. Because you don't like what's going on. You're out here hanging out with the fucking kingdom. Stay home, dog. I like it.
All right then. Okay, so up next we had the Texas Chainsaw Death Match, my friend. Where do we start with this? So first off, let me just preface this by saying everyone's going to the Miz Zombies. Yeah, that was garbage too.
No, it wasn't.
This was maybe you could argue this was maybe less garbage than that, but I don't think so. And at least from a production standpoint, from someone who's done some time in editing and production, this match was atrocious.
Nothing's worse than the Mountain Dew match. That one was the worst.
No, like, oh well, people shit on that, but
yeah,
that one was maybe I don't know. I think that's a toss up for me. It's like they're almost tied. Here's the one thing, though. I'll give you this. For all the people who shit on the Cinemoji when they talk about, remember when WWE did a swerve, they did like a Beyblade brand integration where they put it on the Titantron during Austin Theory's entrance when everyone said, oh, they're burying Theory, and then Theory won the match. You know, like that was a good swerve. So people shat on that. People shat on when WWE did the Cinemoji or whatever at WrestleMania. You guys, a Cinemoji mascot compared to what happened in this fucking match. Let's get fucking real. Now, I put over, if you listen to old episodes, I've put over when Tony Khan's done like, okay, Kong versus Godzilla's coming out, and it's a Warner Bros. Movie, and so we're going to have Bear Country versus Jurassic Express and shit. I've put that over. Like, no, that's smart when they do that. When the Elite did the Looney Tunes thing where they came dressed up like the Toon Squad, that was pushing it. That was pushing it for me.
Space Jam.
Yeah, that was pushing it.
It's
this
so WCW
is peak Vince Russo, WCW, 2000s, closing up shop, going out of business. Jeff Jarrett's in a fucking match. Literally, Jeff Jarrett was in this match. Okay, that's how fucking this is like Vince is getting his checkbook ready, about to fucking consume all of this intellectual property here. Because, like, I'm not. Endeavor's like, all right, how much Ari Emanuel's getting his checkbook ready, because this was just, I'm gonna go through my notes here, but basically, dude, yes, okay, I'm just gonna go through my notes. Okay, I'm not going through spots. I'm not going through any of that. I'm just gonna go through. I wrote this down as I go. So we come back to the ring, and it's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match, right? In capital letters, I wrote, what in the fuck? This is bad late WCW. This is Russo, WCW. Yeah, I wrote in my notes, literally Jeff Jarrett was in the match. Jeff Hardy comes out. Then he immediately goes backstage for some reason. He comes to the ring, and then he's just like, no, I'm just going backstage.
Getting Hardy backstage.
Okay.
He's backstage going, Hardy.
And I thought we were having an incident for a second, like what happened in WWE. I was like, Is he just going through the crowd again and going home? Like, what the fuck? I wrote in my notes, I'm surprised Moxley didn't somehow talk his way into this match. I wrote the lights. So Jeff Hardy goes backstage. They all get in a brawl and everyone starts brawling. The lights are orange, like it's like a knockoff shit version of the Fiend, but you can't see anything. I have my shit. I'm going into my settings on my TV and turning it to max brightness. I can't even see shit. Okay? You can't see anything, and it's not even Halloween. And I get the brand integration. Have a Texas Chainsaw Death match. Put 2 wrestlers from Texas in it. And fucking, I don't have Jake the Snake come on or something. I don't even know if he's from Texas, but all I'm goddamn saying is like, have cowboy shit be in a match. Dude, just what the fuck was this, bro? And like Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett, this couldn't be more TNA Dixie Carter taking advice from Vince Russo, WCW 2001. I write, they dump the fake blood on Jarrett. I write, this is terrible. There's 30 fucking guys brawling. You can't tell who's who. I wrote, I guess here's some Anarchy in the Arena on Dynamite a week before Anarchy in the Arena at the All In pay-per-view, which is supposed to be the biggest pay-per-view of the fucking, right? Like, who's?
True.
Right? I wrote, this is Gaga trash garbage for babies. I wrote, Leatherface comes out of nowhere with
skinny Leatherface.
Chainsaw noise coming out of the arena and him pretending like I don't know what a real chainsaw looks like when it's turned on. What the fuck? He chases Karen Angle off, and like no one knows who's under the thing. I'm like stumped, bro.
She was
no one
was
knows
in the ring.
Who's under the who's under the mask. Chases her off.
Leatherface.
Did he kill her? Did the cops come?
Leatherface.
Who was that?
Yes.
What was the outcome of that? I get, we recreated the horror movie scene, like the slasher flick where she's covered in blood at the end and running away. How did Jeff Jarrett talk Karen Jarrett into getting a job? What the fuck is going on? And then Satnam Singh comes in and chokeslams Hardy. They all pin him.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett gets a Leatherface belt. Like, we need more belts in this company. For some why this is like JCW. I was like, where's fucking ICP? Are they gonna come out and join the fray? And I wrote, imagine having a giant like Satnam Singh and using him like this in this capacity. Think about this. Think about the Indian population that there is in the UK. You're doing a big show in London. You have a giant fucking Satnam Singh, and he's not in a huge marquee match like against your world champ, against doing some like a moment, create a fucking legendary moment with Punk where like Punk overcomes the giant and fucking All In London, brother, in front of 80,000 in the Silver Dome. Like, you guys need to get your heads out of your fucking asses. And also, at the end of this match, Taz summed it all up for me. And I'm going to put Taz over here because he's as fed up with this shit as I am. Taz summed it up. And right when all of this ends, and then he's got the belt and everyone's quiet and it's about to cut out, Taz goes, well, that was something. And then they go to commercial break. And I just went, yeah. So I don't know. I gave up on the show at this point. I did watch the rest, but I have more notes, but this was just utterly atrocious. Hairline, give me your thoughts on this whole debauchery, and shout out Taz, because we'd be homies. I know we would. And you and Hook deserve better. Sorry, go ahead, Hairline.
This shit was out of control. What was the lighting? What the fuck was the lighting? They did it.
Yes or no? Could you see anything? Am I just talking out of my ass?
Nothing.
Like, from a production standpoint, you don't use orange lights, bro.
Well, no, you can use them, but like you should like have things like fucking
with a spotlight mixed in, bro. You need something mixed in there to enhance the I don't know. It was just so bad. It was like, okay, so you're trying to be Bray Wyatt. Have you ever seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Usually he's running around in the daytime with a chainsaw. In every movie, there's a daytime scene. Sorry, go ahead.
As a horror mark, I do think Karen Jarrett watched some tape. You know what I'm saying? She definitely watched some Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Like, okay, are we
She
gonna
had
break
her
down
fucking
work? Oh, does Jeff Hardy do good dives? Yeah, he's the best. Does Jeff Jarrett sell? Can Carrot Jarrett sell? And like you said, does it look like she did her homework and they plan this out like that? Yes. I'm never gonna go, Jeff Jarrett can't work. Does he lay his punches in? But what was the work in this? Matt Hardy dumping a bucket of blood on a bitch? What the fuck are we doing, bro? Go ahead. I'm so sorry. And then he tweeted out, no, before you go on, Matt Hardy tweeted out, oh, it's been
tweet.
20 years since I've brood blooded a bitch or some shit. Man, shut the fuck up. Sorry, go ahead.
Trash.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Leatherface lost a lot of weight. He's probably switched to vegan. Most likely is what happened. Taz definitely not having a good time, but
No.
I don't know, man. I think you're right, bro. Wembley is that's it. We hit the fucking the descent, you know.
Yeah,
This
dude.
was it.
What do you think like the descent beginning was for WCW? What do people consider it as the beginning of the end? Probably Bash at the Beach 2000, where it was like it's just done.
When
Like we're
was it when Nash laid down for Hogan?
the finger poke of doom. Yeah, maybe that was the beginning of the end.
Well,
Yeah. So yeah, dude, this is like we're getting a finger poke of fucking doom level. What if that's what happens at Wembley and Cole and MJF fucking
that'd be
one of them
great.
lays down? Ooh. So up next, Britt Baker comes out
Oh God.
for her match. Again, we buried this before, man. The bunny doesn't wrestle, so we know she's gonna job to Baker because we know Britt Baker needs
6
her little
months.
Wembley moment. This is just awful programming. So Britt Baker, I'm just gonna read my notes. Britt Baker comes out, she gets cheered as much as the bunny does. Literally, the bunny probably got louder pops than Britt did. People don't care. Britt got anti pops on the way to the ring. She was really trying to get the crowd into her. Her Twitter presence arguing with Marks is not a good look. Her botching matches and being cocky about it isn't a good look. And her alleged, quote unquote, trashing girls on reality shows and girls speaking out and then everyone ganging up on them isn't a good look, man. And I love the bunny,
Yeah,
but it's not a good look having her come in randomly after months and months and months of being gone, where we just know she's going to job to DMD so DMD can get her Wembley moment. Bad, predictable WCW 2000 level shit television from AEW. Match was whatever. DMD obviously won, and she did win the crowd over by the end of it. I will give her that. And she was on. It wasn't a botch fest. Wasn't the greatest match ever, but she did win the crowd over. Good for her. I never am like, Britt isn't great, but I always looked at her as like, she's a star in the making, but you don't wrestle enough. You're too goddamn arrogant and cocky. You care about Dave Meltzer stars. Go ahead, Hairline.
First off, Excalibur, no one gives a shit about Britt Baker's little jacket. You know what I'm saying? He went on for a good fucking minute and a half about her little coat during the entrance. That's too much. Nah. Bunny, on the other hand, she's got a Cody Rhodes like level stable coming down in the ring with it. Neither of these girls had ring awareness. There was just several times where fucking neither of them were in the right place. Quick example here. Britt goes to do that lariat. The bunny's not in the right place, so she has to spin around quickly, and it's just little shit like that. There was when fucking Britt was landing the turnbuckle, and the bunny went to go fucking do her little fucking turnbuckle bump, and it's just like she's like a mile fucking off. I don't know, man. Obviously, the fucking with the bunny being injured and whatnot, you know, there's a little bit of ring rustmanship. But as far as Britt and whatnot, this is just embarrassing. She's not wrestling enough, you know?
Yeah, dude. And it's embarrassing that the fatal 4-way situation, Sheeta beats. Who did Sheeta beat?
For Tony.
She just jobbed
Poor
out.
Tony, man.
Yeah, she jobs some girl. Tony gets a bye. Saraya jobs Sky Blue because obviously. And then fucking this shit happens where it's like obviously the bunny's gonna lose, and it's just so this whole event is such a middle fucking finger to everybody. I feel like, dude, you had such a chance. Again, this is just another example of just such a chance to do something great with AEW, and then everyone fucking squanders it who really have a say in shit. The Acclaimed come out after they show this little package of them crying over Billy Gunn's retirement.
Yeah, dude. Finally, though, like,
so
there's been nothing good.
The
nothing
Acclaimed
good on this show.
You're right, man. And the Acclaimed lost momentum. I feel like the crowd when their music hits, they don't pop as hard and shit. But then, of course, Caster comes out. He does his thing. Bones is a great worker. They know how to get themselves over. These are guys They're going to have longevity. I would love to see these guys in NXT. I think they would fit in on that show so well. I was watching NXT last night. Yeah, and I think they would just fit in so well. Anywho, the Acclaim come out. Caster's just an undeniable star. Bowens is great in the ring, especially out of the two. He's really good in the ring. But they don't even get to wrestle. They're going to fight these two ball jobbers. The lights go out. The audience doesn't react that the lights go out because it happens every show, and the commentary don't react because they're there for the money and don't give a fuck. House of Black shows up. They beat everyone up. I wrote, who gives a shit? More of who gives a shit right now.
Yeah, man. So for me, it was like finally something that's fucking credible is about to be on the show. Oh, never mind. We're going to ruin it with spooky shit. Dog, okay, listen. I'm going to fucking make a new rule here. If we get the Acclaim, someone from the Acclaim, okay, if we get Caster versus the Cuck in a fucking daddy ass's boots on a fucking pole match, you know what I'm saying? I'm done watching. No, listen.
Because they're listening to the show and they do what we're saying. And you are about to manifest boots on a pole, and I'm not going to allow that, bro. It takes one motherfucker back there to go, Russo did do boots on a pole before. Let's get it over. We can get boots on a pole over. Aubrey, haven't you heard of me? I'm Aubrey Edwards. I can get boots on a pole.
I'm done, okay?
Yeah, listen, I agree. Any spooky shit you can skip. I won't get mad at you.
Only if that happens, though. If we get fucking Caster versus the Cuck with daddy ass's boots involved, I'm done, okay? Done.
We're like this close.
No more spooky shit.
Okay.
No more spooky shit rule. God.
Yeah. So main event time, the Guns come out, their music hits, they're repping BC Gold, which I love. The start of their music's like Bullet Club for life, and then it goes into their theme. Excuse me. So their attire's black and gold as well. They're repping it to the fullest. I love that. And their music is awesome. They look awesome. They have one of the best entrances in the game. And so what do the Bucks do? Like any babyface would do, which we're going to get into that in this whole piece of shit match. The Bucks super kick them during their fucking entrance. The entrance everyone loves. Yeah, let's let these guys who get no crowd reaction, because the crowd doesn't care for them, listen to the reaction they get. And we're going to go through it as this goes on. So whatever, this match is going on. The Bucks are doing their flippy shit. There's no tags. The ref was so buried. I'm just reading through my notes. The ref was so buried during this match, counting super loud and just stopping at 3 every time so that the Bucks could get all their shit in. And then he just restarts at counting at 1. Why not do these moves around the parameters of tagging in and out and the 5 or 10 count? Just do these moves around the parameters of that. Like, what the fuck? Space them out, bro. Have a tornado match if that's what it's just going to be. We don't care. We just saw fucking guy with a chain. We just saw the Texas Chainsaw match. Just do a tornado match. You already don't care. The fuck? So CM Punk chants were muted out. Yeah. The fans were chanting CM Punk at the Bucks, though, when they were on the outside of the ring, and I feel like it was muted out. So this is how the match ends. The Guns roll up one of the Bucks, and then they cheat by holding the hands, right? And then one of the Bucks super kicks the guy, one of the Guns, and then the Buck rolls up the Gun who had him rolled up, and then the Bucks cheat to get the pin. The Guns roll up Young Buck number 1, right? And then the Gun is holding the other Gun's hand, and then fucking the Bucks reverse it, and then Young Buck 1 is holding Young Buck's 2 hand, and the baby faces cheat to win the match. Are you following this logic?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. And I'm so, like, dumb. I had a fucking brain fart there just trying to explain like what's going on here, because I'm just staggered, and at this point of the show I'm worn out, and I'm just like, this is fucking redundant. This is all redundant. So BC Gold run out to attack the Bucks. The crowd's chanting bang bang gang. They're more over than anyone in this match. Well, I guess the Guns are bang bang gang, so the Guns are more over than the fucking Bucks right now. FTR comes out, huge pops. Okay? They get big pops. They're way more over than the Bucks. But they save the Bucks, who are their enemies, right? It's all respect in this match, man. We're going to get the Bucks and FTR versus BC Gold at the Go Home show. We're going to get an 8-man tag. We already know. The Bucks and FTR are going to team up to fight all of BC Gold leading up. And I wrote, yay, sarcastically. So FTR chants as throughout, loud FTR chants as the show goes off the air. They're more over than the Bucks. The Bucks music plays after the face-off, even though they just got their asses beat and FTR is way more over. But FTR is going to lay down for the Bucks in the trilogy of the best tag team, who's the best tag team of all time trilogy, FTR is going to lay down at Wembley. And it fucking disgusts me, even though they're having back-to-back years of some of the best tag team wrestling any team in pro wrestling has ever had in the history of the sport. And the Bucks never put the title on them when they should have. And the FTR still took it on the chin, and they're still having another year. And the Bucks have been in a trios for the last year. For fuck's sakes, they haven't even been in a tag team. So fuck who's the best fucking tag team. And fuck you, Hairline, and your fucking anti-FTR narrative that I know you're going to spew, because we need you in this fight, Hairline. We need you in this fight because FTR have had 2 stellar years, and they're about to lose the best tag team ever shit to 2 guys who've been in a trios the last year and are 8 times less over than these guys, for fuck's sakes. And you're going to support it with this anti-FTR fucking hate you're about to spew. And yeah, I just feel so bad for FTR. And this was the worst Dynamite in the history of Dynamites, including the pandemic era. Go ahead.
So I skipped this match.
Okay, there you go.
And then I went to the Bullet Club attacking them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I started watching it again because the match was over. And then the Revival came out. And I'm not gonna watch these guys' opponents come save them. That's just the stupidest shit ever. And you just explained it so that they can do this little tag match, and that's even stupider. So as soon as the Revival's music hit, I turned it off. You know what I'm saying? I was done. No.
Okay. Well, yeah.
That's
basically, the FTR super over. Really though, Hairline, you're making shit worse. We need you on the, and our listeners agree. Our listeners love FTR, man. And I know you don't care. I know you don't base but dude, we need you in this side of the battle. You have to agree. Like, should FTR be laying down for the Bucks, bro?
Nope. Usos. Nah.
They're not even a team, bro. They're not even a team right now. Listen, we can't.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter, bro. What you're doing is you're doing this mark narrative that the Young Bucks are doing. You can't be the best tag team in the world if you spent the last year being in a trios. You can't be the best tag team in the world, Usos, if you spent the last since WrestleMania fucking losing tag matches. And that doesn't mean they aren't one of the GOATs of all time. Usos are probably like number 2 almost of all time. Or 1 or 2.
Now who's writing, and you're writing a narrative yourself.
No, I'm not. Listen, Hairline.
You're not?
We need you on this side because when you shit on FTR, it only empowers these motherfuckers to get away with this nonsense that the Bucks are going to dress. They're going to dress like the British Bulldogs, bro. I'm dead serious about this. And they're going to beat, and FTR is going to be dressed like the Hearts, and they're going to beat FTR in Wembley.
Don't act
and
like
have their moment, and they're the bosses of the company.
That.
They're the bosses of the company, and they've been in a trio, and they've been make-believing that they didn't get smacked by Punk, and they're going to do this match a year late, and they're not going to do it the proper way, like they should have given FTR the belts. They went and played Gaga, triples, trios champions, and then now they're about to lay down after we just saw Dave Meltzer admit that FTR had the fucking best tag match of all time on American television with Bullet Club Gold, and that they came off of that year with the Briscoes and all that shit they did, and the Bucks, and they played the Bucks music as FTR was getting chanted to go off the air, because AEW cannot admit when they're wrong. They don't know what they're doing. And these motherfucker just got NBA level contracts, and FTR is going to lay down for them. Lord have mercy. Send the asteroid or send me to heaven, daddy. If All In is what I think it's going to be like, if All In isn't truly like, and I don't know how they're going to do it without Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes being on the show, but if it's not the greatest pay-per-view of all time, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, this might be the beginning of the fucking end. And I think having MJF and Adam Cole on the pre-show, because what other country do they go to and just will this type of, they can't do it in America. Where are they going to do it again? They're going to go back to the UK in 5 years again? Are they going to go to Japan and do it?
They won't be
there. They can't go
anywhere
and just do a stadium. They'll never be able to do this again. Whereas if WWE's like, we're doing
Abrams.
Mania in London, they'll have 100,000 people there tomorrow.
Do you run a business? No.
You guys, this was quite possibly the worst Dynamite
It
in
was.
the history